After some time dining room, Hana, you sit here, you sat on the chair, did their house temple, and Hana put with Sarangi, you took it, and then Hana kissed you for it. Already sat on dining table for relishing the Sarangi. Taehyung saved some for me while entering dining hall. Mrs. Kim, why do we keep some for you? And what are you doing early morning? Taehyung sat beside you and started eating Sarangi from your plate. Mona, Taehyung, you will finish a Sarangi, warned him, tapping on his hand, which were moved towards dry foods buffet from your plate. Hana, you were keeping fast for you, narrowing her eyes. You jerked and looked at him in disbelief. Taehyung, there you go, big mother, you know me, it's me. You nodded your head in no to which Taehyung nodded in his. Every time he amazes you with his actions, you thought and blushed. All her mother-in-laws were looking at them lovingly, adoring their bond. They finished their saranga and then left for their room. Taehyung signed you from you. Taehyung, can I ask something from behind? Taehyung, you don't need to ask me anything. You have all right on me with smile. Can you please stay at home if possible? I mean, you are keeping first, so not sure why you ask him to stay at home. You just wanted to be with him. Taehyung, sure. How will I say no when you have asked something for me for the first time? I have a couple of meetings. Let me see if I can postpone it or else I will connect from home. In return, he got beautiful smell from his wife. Sometime dining room. Arnold to Mr. Kim, brother, I am going to kill your son. Because of him, Mona want to save me online, saying husband for sale at 20 only, who did not keep fast for last 18 years. Seriously, 20, I am disappointed. Frustratingly, Mr. Kim and Harsha laughed loudly, who were discussing their breakfast, but keep home when they receive from their respective wives. Mr. Kim, and because of my son only, I have to spend don't know how many hours with my wife for our shopping. Whisper to Harsha, and no, Harsha, I am the most wanted criminal right now, since I was the first one among three of us to get married. Shaking his head. Time skips evening. Soon it was evening, and you was riding in beautiful dress. You perfumed all rich assisted by mother-in-law Jungkook and your assistant were busy in taking their pictures. Taehyung make you drink water as well as feed you sweet to break your fast. You repeated the same with him when you was about to bend to take his visit. Taehyung and Hana both stopped you by holding your shoulder. Taehyung nodded and you looked at him and asked him, "Man, you have always seen Jiho, Mama and Grandma taking blessings from their husbands." Hana, you dear Kims don't bend in front of our husband. They should treat us equal with proud smile. And now, they don't bend in front of us, but they know how to bring us on our knees in front of them. Marman and Miss Kim giggle, for which he got deathly from Mrs. Kim. Post which was all male members feed their wives the dinner with love and laughter. Skips a week later, next week, as promised, Taehyung took you to Seoul for his meeting. They fled early morning with their private plane, and Taehyung dropped you to Grandma house, asked Roku to be there with his team full time. As your secretary thankfully entered, Jeho family went to other city for a wedding. You spent entirely with Grandma. They chatted with each other. You cooked Grandma favorite dishes and feed her by your own hands. Even though Grandma ate one or two spoons, you was content at evening. When Taehyung came back to pick up you, you insisted him having dinner, and Taehyung obeyed too. At around 10, they finally said goodbye to Grandma and fell for airport for their plane. Living room. Harsha, you dear, every year on tomorrow date we will full family go to Kim head office early morning. There we perform some prayer followed by lunch with entire staff announcing the tradition. You woke up with warm smile. Time skips next day and use room. As per rituals, everybody got up before sunrise and got ready to go for office. You wore beautiful carrot color silk dress. You had kept your hair open as young like it with a side partition. You put light makeup highlighting your eyes with pinkish golden eyeliner and mascara and one stroke of blush on your chubby cheeks. Thanks, it is hard to looking at his beautiful scary kitten who nowadays become more friendly with him and started behaving as his wife, sharing your daily schedule. You also enjoy cooking for your extremely foodie husband, keeping his all day ready to wait with not joining him for his coffee after he come from office and giving him company for night walk. Young was content with this beautiful face of his wife. He was observing and getting mental notes about his wife, like dislike you were to like when you pressed your lips and stared at the floor means you want to say something when your hand become ice cold moans you are scared. You enjoy this season and flirting you has sweet tooth. You does not like to deck up heavy jewelry or makeup but love to be presentable, etc. And skips it. Office center Kim family left in the expensive branded car convoy driven by their respective drivers fully safeguarded with security teams. Taehyung came to other side for opening the door for you. He gave his hand, you hold his hand and came out from car. Taehyung hold it possessively and entered the main office followed by Jungkook, Yuri and Pihu. Wow, this is beautiful. Looking at the arrangements at the entrance, Taehyung looked at you with smile who was observing arrangements. Kiti Neela stopped rolling over, sorry, hitting Neela on her shoulder. Neela, sorry, I can't help it. He deadly answered, I just come to office to get his one plus keeping her hand on her chest. You have no chance. He's married now and look at his wife. She is the most beautiful lady I have ever seen in my life. Observing the most gorgeous couple. Neela, I know. I wish I was there reporting. Kiti, lol, look at Sir. Have you ever seen him smiling? How he is looking at ma'am with so much love and care. Just look at them. He is damn possessive about ma'am. From the moment they stepped inside office, he is holding her lovely couple. All employees were also adoring you and Taehyung. They were also amazed looking at their cold, strict and workaholic boss smiling and holding his wife like his most precious possession. But one pair of eyes were looking at them with heart and tears. Standing in one corner with his teammates, he was Nikhil. Nikhil was from Authorized Joint Family settled in Busan. He was working with Kim Telecom on the network team from last 4 years. Recently, he got promotion and became group lead for his development team. When his parents wanted him to get married and settle down, they sent you pick to him as the girl they finalized for him. When he saw you pick, he instantly fall in love with you. Heavenly beauty, thinking about marriage, he started looking for separate apartments since within a few days he will be married to you. 2 days before marriage, when he went to Sohail, he wanted to meet his bride, but then his family restricted him, saying this will be inauspicious. Still, 1 day before marriage day, he went to you's house. When he saw you at the terrace gazing at stars, he lost his heart to you at the same moment. But then destiny played its card in the form of Meena. Nikhil family received a letter mentioned all bad about you, and they decided to call off the marriage. Nikhil opposed them with all his efforts, but it went in vain since his mom gave him her swear. Frustrated with his family, he came back to Busan the same day thinking he would convince his family, and he tried hard, but all his hopes collapsed when he saw you on TV news 2 weeks back. News channel was streaming live updates from most lavish event of the country. They published one pic of you and Taehyung holding each other and tagged as a heavenly couple. How you married him is still puzzle for him, but today you was out of reach for him. You was wife of his boss. Nikhil looking at his boss who was holding you from shoulders and you were saying something in his ears while he bent towards you, and then his boss had his signature smile on his face. They were in love with each other. Anybody could easily guess it looking at them. That pinned Nikhil heart very badly. He wanted to meet and apologize to you, but looking at his boss, his family and security around them, it is not possible for him to reach even near your shadow. Nikhil remembered how he asked his family members not to disclose anything about him, mind you, else they had to face Kim Taeyang. Though he did not know Taeyang personally, he was well aware about his reputation being his employee. Meeting room, you, Taeyang, along with Kim family, took private elevator and went to Kim office. Prayer is going to be performed at one of the board meeting room. Various breakfast and lunch for employees was arranged on second floor forum hall, but only today all employees are allowed to go to Kim office to offer their prayer in front of God. You stand beside Taeyang and please started prayer. They performed ritual as per instruction. Post prayer, Harsha asked employee to offer prayers to God. You were sitting with your mother-in-law along with the wife of some of high-profile designated. The young guys were always on you, even though he was busy with his business associates and make members of family discussing about business. You wanted to use washroom, so you told Mona and started leaving meeting room. Taeyang saw this and wanted to follow you, but Harsha kept him busy in discussion. Corridor. You came in corridor and walked towards restroom while Nikhil came in front of you. You looked at him and gave him smile thinking employee of the office. Nikhil, you called you when he saw you passing him. Nikhil, I am sorry. You sorry, I don't know what you are talking about. Looking back at him with confusion face. Taeyang, you what happened? Where are you going? Call you coming out from meeting room. Taeyang saw Nikhil with narrowing his eyes and said, looking at him with questioning eyes. Taeyang, excuse me? Nikhil, sorry, nothing, sir. Saying this, Nikhil started leaving from there, taking small steps, listening to their conversation. You, can we please go to your cabin, Taeyang? Just want to freshen up, ask him slowly. Taeyang, come, you should have told me, don't go alone anywhere while waking you with you. Nikhil looked at them, made for each other couple. You did not even recognize him. That hurt him the most. Taeyang's office bedroom. You and Taeyang came to his cabin and you opened bedroom door and entered a washroom. Various Taeyang sat on bed waiting for you, checking his mobile after the moment you came. You, let's go Taeyang, and moved towards door. Taeyang, hold your hand. You stopped, turned and looked at him. Taeyang, how can you look so beautiful every time with narrowing his eyes with amused smile? You, please, let's go. Everybody must be waiting for us. Putting your one hair tan behind your hair. Taeyang, okay, let's go smiling. In cabin, you started following Taeyang. You guys shifted to Taeyang desk where you saw their picture, smaller version of their bedroom picture. You hurried on your place looking at it. You, Taeyang called him from behind, pointing towards that picture. Taeyang, it keep me reminds that now my wife is there at home waiting for me with smile. And staring, keeping his arm on your shoulder. Time skips Kim mansion. After lunch, Kim family returned back to home. At evening, they performed prayer followed by fireworks at garden area. After your parents left, it was the first time you enjoyed to the fullest. Skips next day dressing room. Taeyang was getting ready in his dressing room. He had already finalized with the suit he is going to wear today. He opened the drawer and took out matching tie made with the knot. He looked at the knot for a couple of seconds and saw the knot. He came out from dressing room and went near land and placed on nightstand near to his side and dialed the kitchen intercom. In bedroom on the phone, Chen, you dear Taeyang said to you, you was in kitchen and baking egg bite for egg veg omelets. You, Taeyang, after taking receiver from Chen. Taeyang, can you please come to our room? Need your quick help with controlling yourself from other side. You, okay, coming. Then you cut the call. You, big mother Taeyang needs some help. I will just come in 2 minutes. Hannah nodded with smile. Mrs. Kim, take 20 minutes. That will be even better. Mabel looking at you, who was leaving kitchen. Taeyang signed his room. You, yes, Taeyang, what happened? Entered the room. He was standing there looking at his mobile. Taeyang, I am sorry. Actually, I was trying to put this nut, but then somehow the nut resolved. So, can you please make it with extra innocent face? You, yes, sure, give it to me. Raising your hand to take tie, which was hanging on Taeyang's neck. Taeyang, can you please make not here? I am getting little late with puppy face. You moved towards him. Your heart was racing with a faster speed. You took a step closer to him and started making not for his type, but you felt his continuous gaze on you. You shivered with his proximity. His image of musky perfume was filled in your nostrils. You made a nut with shaky hand and controlled your blush. Your thin finger slightly touched his neck, which gave ticklish sensation to Taeyang. After that, you stepped back with cherry red cheeks when Taehyung hold your hand. Taehyung staring in your eyes. I would love if every day you make nut for my tie like this. You blushed and nodded your head. Taehyung, can you please give me my wallet? It must be in dressing room drawer. You, yes, sure. Walked inside dressing room and from drawer you took out his wallet and you saw some and pressed folded handkerchief. So you asked from dressing room only. You, Taehyung, have you taken your handkerchief? Taehyung, no, you can get it as well, please. When he was putting his bag in his laptop bag. You here take this hand-overing wallet and handkerchief to him and again went inside dressing room for bringing his suit. You bought suit and helped him to wear it. Taehyung wanted to make you atomize with his daily routine of getting ready. He wanted your help, whereas you took it mental note. He wants you around him when he is getting ready. They came downstairs together for breakfast. After breakfast, Taehyung and another left for office. It has been 3 weeks when you met your grandma. Even though every day you talked with grandma, you wanted to meet her. You decided to check with Taehyung when next he is going to Soil so that you can go and meet grandma. Meanwhile, Taehyung office meeting room. No, I am sorry, gentlemen, to disturb you, but it is kind of urgent. Patting while entering in the meeting room in which Taehyung was busy for detailed update from VPs and continued. No, Taehyung, please, he had Taehyung to come out. Taehyung senses some kind of tension in his face. Taehyung, excuse me, please, while getting up from his seat and followed Arnav. Outside Arnav, we have bad news, Taehyung. When they came out of meeting room with heavy heart, when he looked at Taehyung confused face, Arnav, use grandma, nobody said in negative. Taehyung left a deep and tightly closed his eyes and ran his hand from his hair. He widened his eyes. Taehyung, does you know? Andrew, yes, Mona just called me. Taehyung, I am leaving for office. Move back to meeting room hurriedly. I was just informed inside and there. No, it's okay. I will handle you. Go home now. You needs you. I asked Roger to make arrangements for you guys to go to Sohel to him. Just now decides and took out his phone dial in but Taehyung, David car at entrance now. Taehyung started walking in the corridor when no, Taehyung, don't worry about anything. You just take care of you. Taehyung nodded his head and left from there. He was in private later when he dialed Mona's number. Taehyung, ma, you with concern. Mona, come home soon. Taehyung, we all are in your room, but you is not treating for anything. Whispered in low voice and continued. Just 15 minutes back, there was a call from Joseph's brother on big sister phone. We all are in Pesho for our afternoon day. Listening to the talk, you guessed the mishap. I tried you call, but it was on silent, so I called and now provided him detailed information. Young, I am on my way, ma. Within next 20 minutes, I will be at home. Please take care of you. Till then, also, can you please pack our bags? We will be leaving mostly within next few hours. Mona is. Mia and sister doing packing on it. Young, okay, saying this. Taehyung cut the call. He dialed another number. Taehyung, Roger, what is the status? When are we going for takeoff? Roger, sir, within 1 hour we should be good. Reply from other side. Taehyung, okay, good. Make arrangement to increase security at grandma home. I don't want any media even few kilometers away from home. Order. Roger, sure, sir. I myself will be flying with you for security along with the best guards professionally. Taehyung went, oh God, how I am going to handle you. She is so much attached to grandma. I just hope she would not again go in her shell. After some time, Taehyung and used room. Taehyung entered the home and with the jet speed of running, he went to his room, but the scene in front of him stabbed his heart bitterly. You was sitting on the bed in middle with support of headboard and folded legs. You was looking down at your joint hand, controlling at your pale face, empty eyes, pressed lips. You was going through a lot of emotions. Just Taehyung could feel it. Hannah was sitting beside you, holding your hand. Taehyung grandma was also sitting beside you. Mrs. Kim and Mona were packing their clothes in one pullover. Taehyung, you whispered when everybody except you looked at him who was standing at doorstep. He came and sat on the bed in front of you and again called you, but you did not even look at him. Your gaze was still fixed on your giant hands. Hannah eyed in passing message that they are leaving from the room and he need to give her emotional support. Taehyung nodded his head, looking at his brick mother. Along with Hannah, Taehyung, Grandma, Mona and Mrs. Kim also left the room. Mona slightly pulled the door, closed it from outside. Taehyung got up and sat beside you. He held your shoulder inside hug, bringing your head on his chest. You could feel the warmness in his embrace. Taehyung started caressing your hair with his other hand, trying to soothe your pain. You hold his suit in your fist and closed your eyes. There was a stream of tears falling from your eyes, feeling your tears. Taehyung tightened his grip on your shoulder. You closer to him. No words were spoken to each other, but still message was passing to each other. You needed him the most at this time, whereas Taehyung will be with you no matter what. He is your support system. After some time in plane, within next 1 hour, you, Taehyung, Harsha, Mr. Kim, Hana, and Mrs. Kim were on the private plane. Taehyung had not left you hand even for a second. Now also when they were on the plane, he was sitting beside you, holding your hand, and you had kept your head on window, closing your eyes. You meant today I lost grandma as well. I knew I was going to lose her from last 7-8 months, but I was always hoping that day would never come. First mom and dad, and now grandma. They were again a stream of tears flowing from your cheeks. Taehyung, you please take this orange juice. Bought glass in front of you. You looked at him and nodded no. Taehyung, you please, you have to drink it. At least have some food. So you drank 1 or 2 sips from the glass and again kept your head down window, closing your eyes. Time skip said so well used grandma house. Taehyung was holding you. Who was standing at the entrance of your house with a blank face. Taehyung dead body was covered in white cloth and flower lanterns. Meena, Jiho, grandma and other female relatives were sitting surrounded dead body. Various male members were standing near veranda. You took small steps and sat down holding Your grandma's hand, you remember that day how grandma hold your hand post church parent they then asked and took you in embassy was blankly staring at grandma's face. Living room Taehyung wanted to hide you in his embassy away from all pain, but right now he can't do anything. He felt so helpless in front of destiny. After some time when everyone started to proceed with coordination procedure and last ritual, you felt grandma hand slipped from your hand. You looked at the door. People were taking your grandma away from you. Not going to see your grandma face in your life, same as your parent think this you felt darkness engulfed you and you passed out. Hana, Taehyung, you shouted for Taehyung, who looked back at his unconscious face, immediately came near you and tapped on your cheeks. Taehyung, you opened your eyes. Hana and Mrs. Kim also shook you, but there was no response from you. Mrs. Kim, Mona, please call me Dr. Matthew. He must be outside. Holding a daughter in her arms, Taehyung lifted you in bridal shower and took you in a decent room where Dr. Matthew came to check on you.